Hello Internet and welcome back to more Kirby Superstar Ultra. In the last episode, I think we finished Great Cave Offensive? Yep, that sounds right. This time, we're going to start the spooky Revenge of Meta Knight. It's not spooky. The masked swordsman Meta Knight disrupted the peace of Dreamland, take down his airship, the Halberd, face daunting time challenges, and overcome close scrapes. The time challenges aren't that bad. Reactor 1, output normal. Adjust the balancer to 003. Let's raise the anchor. Check anti-gravity plant. 1, 2, 3, OK. Release the sails. Solar level 288. The time has come. The time to show our power. Dreamland's lazy lifestyle will end. I will rule. Kirby's here! He's flying this way! Oh no! Oh no! What do we do? He mustn't interfere with our plans. Lord Meta Knight, what is your command? All on deck prepare for battle. All others prepare for takeoff. Listen to this music. Kirby's behind the nozzle now, ready for takeoff. She can fly at any time. Hurry it up. Where's Heavy Lobster? Heavy Lobster is our first boss here. There's a lot of dialogue in this game, and I'm going to be talking over a lot of it. Just because, like, it's a lot. And if I talked over all the dialogue, or if I read out all the dialogue, it would take off the entire series. Looks like Kirby was blown into the ocean. That was close. My flying fortress, the Halberd, will now rule over all of Dreamland. But first a little test. Off to Grape Gardens. I'm trying to go like similar to the anime voice for Meta Knight. He was voiced by the same person who voiced Brock in Pokemon. But for some reason he decided Meta Knight had to have a Spanish accent. I can't do like a Spanish accent, that's why I said similar. I don't know what that accent technically actually is. But yeah, so Revenge of Meta Knight, all the levels are timed if you look down at the bottom screen, which I'm going to try to have both screens on screen for this game in particular just because of all the dialogue. Like, I want you to be able to read it if you are interested, just because I'm not going to be reading all of it. I'm going to be trying to read the more important dialogue. Like, there's one level where I'm probably going to end up reading all of it. It's more just so I can actually commentate, because if I'm reading all the dialogue, I can't. I can't lose to Iron Man. Flying is super effective on fighting, sorry. Okay. So the main thing about Revenge of Meta Knight, like, it not only does it have dialogue and a story, but, like, and I say a story because, like, there is dialogue. It's telling a better story than the other sub-games have so far. But the levels being timed is its main challenge. And because of that, I kind of wish they were stricter with the timing. I have never run out of time in this game, ever. If you do, you just die. It's not special in any way. I can show that in the bonus video if you're just dying to see someone die from losing all their time, but it's incredibly unlikely. They give you like 30 minutes per level, and like no level in this game has ever taken that long yet. And I don't think any levels in this game probably ever will. Like, the levels in this game are not that long. They're generally like 8 minutes, 10 to 8 minutes at the most. I finally remembered what those enemies are called, the ones that transform once they hit them. They're called Scarfies. I'm glad I remembered that because their name is cute. I remember the anime episode where King Dedede got a bunch of pet Scarfies, and King Dedede, or Kirby ate King Dedede's hammer to get Hammer Kirby to destroy them. We're gonna stick with Wing Kirby. We really haven't used it a lot outside of Gourmet Race. I think it has more going for it than I gave it credit for. Our boss here is just Wispy Woods. I don't know why we feel the need to constantly attack Wispy Woods. Again, he is literally just a tree. But after that, we have Twin Woods. So I defended Wispy Woods, but when it gets to be 2 trees, yeah, I agree, that's ridiculous. We gotta kill him. Wing makes this incredibly easy because you can just spam the downward attack, or the downward aerial attack, and hit both of them. Twin Woods have some unique abilities, like they can spawn worms. Fire away! Fire! Kirby is hit! He's fallen into the woods! Alright, that should take care of him now. I wonder. So if you get close to an enemy and press B while you have Wing, you'll do that. This level is where I kind of want to talk about how little sense this plot makes for Meta Knight as a character. Why is he trying to take over the world? He has never been a bad guy. He's been a boss before in the Kirby series, before this point. I believe in Kirby's Adventure? Or one of the NES games. And he wasn't a bad guy, he was just testing Kirby. Which, I mean, yeah, I've always thought that trope of, like, testing a hero is stupid because, like, you'll end up killing them, and then what will happen? What will you do then? But, Meta Knight never had, like, these ambitions to take over the world. I saw one theory on Reddit a long time ago, when I was first making a Let's Play of this game, where Meta Knight, like, saw the events of Spring Breeze and realized that that is the second time King Dedede has tried to cause a famine over his own citizens, and then decided, yeah, okay, well, I can do better than him. But no, because his monologue, he's all like, oh, the lazy lifestyle of Dreamland will end. But I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Like, the plot of this will forever annoy me, I think, and I'm just gonna have to get over it. Because this is one of the coolest games in Spring Breeze. It has so many cool, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, set pieces. It has a lot of cool set pieces. I actually want to fight those bonkers again if they respawn, because I want to get Hammer. Yeah. Oh. Okay, well. At least I got Hammer. That's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking to get Bonkers to be a partner, but that's fine too. Let's break this to get a Maxim Tomato and a 1-up, and then break this to get access to more pedestals for abilities that, quite frankly, are not necessary. But hey, if you want any of those abilities, you can get them here. I'd rather just stick with Hammer, honestly, though. I don't want Wheelie. We'll be seeing Wheelie later in this playthrough, though. In a Revenge of Meta Knight, specifically. There is more to Hammer in a future sub-game that I'll be showing. Unfortunately, it doesn't meet its full potential here in Revenge of Meta Knight yet. It doesn't even have its really like powerful downward attack that it gets in future games. So, yeah. Unfortunately, because Hammer Throw is a one-time only move and this has such a long startup, it's not super useful at the moment. But maybe it will be soon. I've already said it will be soon, so we know it will be soon. We are going to complete all of Revenge of Meta Knight in one sitting. This game isn't much longer than 30 to 40 minutes, so that's fine. We can light this with Hammer and get in the cannon just in time. Alright. Level 4. Dynablade has been shot down! But Kirby is on the deck! Relax, we must handle this calmly. Listen, you lubbers! I want you all after that Kirby! I'm being very inconsistent with Vol's voice. That's fine, though. So one thing about Hammer I never showed, this attack has a lot of invincibility frames. You can use it to essentially just go through Gordos and stuff. As we could demonstrate here. There we go. It slows you down a lot, so I wouldn't recommend it for like speed running, obviously. I'm not a speed runner, and I haven't seen a speed run of like the Kirby parts of this game. More on that later. But it is good if you're just playing through casually and you want some good invincibility frames while still being able to move. Because otherwise you're looking at pretty much just rock. That's far enough, Kirby. You will now know the power of Meta Knight. Fight! So we can pretty much one-shot all of these. This is the same crew that we saw in Mallow Castle. We're finally learning that this is Meta Knight's crew, although you would already know that if you played Kirby's Adventure. If we do Hammer Flip, though, we pretty much one-shot them if Bonkers didn't steal my kill. Looks like Kirby is trying to get on deck. Well then, let's guide him in front of one of the cannons. Okay. Okay, Plasma Wisp there. Okay. Or that elevators are weird in this game. They, like... They're one-way platforms, they affect gravity, but also they push you through them if you're on the roof and they hit a ceiling. There is a sword pedestal down below, I believe. We can grab sword, why not? We have Bonkers as an ally, so if I want to get Hammer back, I can. Poppy Bros Jr. and Jukid. Bonkers is actually, like, pulling his weight, surprisingly. Usually helpers are not helpful, ironically. Like, you'll probably notice I don't really use helpers a lot. They're genuine just because they aren't helpful. Have we been found? What is this place? How do you have a room that you don't know about on your own ship? That would have been great if I didn't just waste all my invincibility candy. Kirby is now approaching main cannon number 2. He'll be burnt to a crisp. Alright. I want to get Hammer for this. Or not. Okay, well, that's my fault. I'll use Yo-Yo then. You want to be extremely careful here. That hand is annoying. That laser is annoying, and
we're low enough that it can't hit us. The only part that you can actually deal damage to is the cannon itself, which is why I recommend yo-yo over, like, beam or anything. And you're also low enough that you can just stand still and that laser can't hit you. This is one of the hardest bosses in not only Superstar, but also Revenge of Meta Knight. Because there's so much going on. You can destroy this laser, but it takes a lot of hits. Like that. There we go. And we're almost done. You can't destroy that hand permanently, unfortunately.
Ah! Main cannon number 2 is destroyed! The cannon's a wreck! We can't use it! What? How could this be?
I don't know, honestly. That cannon is going to be an issue again later, so... trust me on that. Okay. Keep Kirby away from the left wing. So you can tell by the dialogue where we are, but there is also a little mini-map on the bottom screen that shows where we are in the halberd. Minimap also shows the halberd's health. I say health, but more like state of repair, I guess. We're kind of putting it into a state of disrepair at the moment. This room kind of sucks with all the wind. It's way too easy to get hit without trying to get hit. It's actually possible to completely skip the mini-boss in this room in the SNES version. Unfortunately, it is not in the DS version. In the SNES version, you can just float along the ceiling and completely skip fighting Mr. Frosty. We're getting to the point where they are pretty much exclusively reusing bosses now. Which is rough, but, I mean, that's understandable. This was an SNES game. Alright.
The left wing is destroyed! Damage to 74% of the wing! Ah! We're starting to lose stability because of it. Retract the sails. Give more lift to the left wing.
I don't know if that... I don't know how accurate the things they're saying are as to, like, how much they would actually help. So... we have to go through this door. Well, this hole in the wall.
Hey, where's Kirby now? Looks like he's inside the cabin now. We got him on radar. He's in the ducts. Or the ducts, not the ducks. What's he doing in there? He's moving through the ducts now.
Is he lost or something?
Wait, I thought of something.
Awesome. Okay, we want to head up here. We could head through that door to head on right away. If we head up here...
Has he made it into the armory? He has his pick of the lot now.
You can choose any of these abilities here. The one I recommend the most is Hammer.
Are we all ready?
Are we really doing this?
I know I'll regret this. Shut it! Now is our only chance to finish him. This time we will succeed. Heavy Lobster away!
How do they repair Heavy Lobster so fast? The reason I recommended Hammer is because of, again, these invincibility frames that you get with this attack, as well as this being a good attack to break blocks as you're running away from Heavy Lobster. Like, you can break blocks directly below you with it. Hammer is a good ability for this section. And we have an upward auto-scroller. And... let's throw our hammer. Did about a third of its health. That's all I really wanted it to do. I want to have an actual good fight against Heavy Lobster, plus there's something special about this that I want to show. Okay, that's the flamethrower. Watch out for that. There's something else that it can drop from its claw that I want it to do. Whenever you feel like it, buddy. There we go. If you get this, you get Paint Kirby. Which blinds Heavy Lobster, making it so it does not know where you are.
Looks like the explosion from Heavy Lobster took out the right wing. Having both wings destroyed may be just what we needed. What the fuck are you talking about? Kirby is climbing around the outside of the ship, heading for the helm.
Correct. Okay, well, that almost killed me. This area is dangerous, jeez.
Kirby is now moving along the base of the ship. Not much we can do to him there, but the wing is strong. The wind, too.
Not really the wing anymore. And it's cold.
And it's high. And it's scary. Alright, you lot.
Again, Meta Knight's voice is the only one I'm really confident on here. I'm probably going to be switching up the ones for all the other characters a lot, other than maybe Waddle Dee, because, you know, there's a very specific vibe that Waddle Dee gives off as a character. So, I didn't do that fast enough. I'm going to hit both of these, that, this, and get through here. Quickly get through these. There we go. There's a lot of timing puzzles that I found a lot harder when I was a kid. Before we head down here, I want to head through this elevator. Free food that I don't need. I wish I would actually kill things when I dash into them so I don't take damage. That would be, like, very nice. You get a free pedestal for Yo-Yo here, and a free 1-up. I will gladly take Yo-Yo over Wing. I'd also gladly stop calling Wing Kirby Bird Kirby, if I could, but I will not remember.
No! My secret stash of food and 1-ups! So you were the one hoarding them, you scallywag!
They look delicious. We only need the tomato and the 1-up. I don't know why they always put Maxim tomatoes in rooms with, like, every other fucking type of food. Because you only need the tomato. Unless you're planning on backtracking for it, but we're already at the boss and that was a one-way door.
Kirby is headed for the reactor. If we lose the reactor, this is all over for sure. Never fear. I don't think Kirby can do anything to the reactor.
So long as a reflected laser doesn't hit the reactor, it will be invincible.
Yeah, don't even say things like that!
They don't even know that Kirby is tapping their communications. For this boss, we just want to make sure that this laser is aimed at the reactor. As they told us. You can destroy the little laser on the reactor as well as those traps that come along the floor. But we aren't really equipped to do that with Yo-Yo Kirby, unfortunately. The laser is reflective, so you can make it target other things. However, you're supposed to only hit the jewel in the center of the reactor. I'm actually getting a pretty bad pattern here. Like, there's times where it will just target the reactor easily every time. There's times where it won't, and then you have to sit here for like 6 hours trying to get it to hit the reactor. That wasn't awful.
The reactor's been destroyed. All of our wheelie power sources are escaping. Ah, what are you idiots doing?
What, the wheelies or the crew?
All systems failing. Number 3 and number 5 engines are gone. We're junked. Nothing left to do but crash. We failed, but there's nothing we can do. Attention to all crew. Evacuate ship immediately. Ah, this ship is done for. I gotta get out of here.
Alright, in this room... I'm going with Parasol. I had to check to see what my options were first.
I'm escaping now. Don't think badly of me. So, now it's time for the rest of you to escape as well. I will stay until the bitter end. We should finish off Kirby, then all escape together. You are all about to perish. Do as you please. I'm sorry.
Seeing there that Meta Knight is actually, like, pretty sympathetic.
Wait, Kirby! I cannot let you go any farther.
Okay, I get that, but why are you orange in reality? You were purple in your portrait. This is unrealistic. If they show a purple one, then I will be upset and sad, because I don't actually want to hurt these people. Except for the guy with the spatula, I don't know who he is, he doesn't really talk. And the guy that just shoots fire arrows, seemingly. Alright.
Lord Meta Knight, please take care. We'll go on ahead then.
Damn. They didn't deserve to get beaten up. In here, if you want an honorable fight, don't take a helper.
This is the end. Kirby, come meet your doom.
Heart races. Meta Knight. He is actually a pretty challenging boss if you get psyched out easily. Because sometimes he'll just dash towards you and then jump away immediately. He's like constantly backing away from you. He can release shockwaves from his sword. And if he would please do it, please do your attack, like your big one, you know what I'm talking about? Come on. Come on. Anytime now. Well, that's a sword beam, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's one of them. But that's not what I meant. Come on. Come on. Do your big one, Meta Knight. Do you need to be at lower health? Maybe you do. I don't know. Or maybe you just won't do it. Who knows? There it goes. Mock Tornado. You can only dodge that by getting behind him before he does it.
I won't let you escape.
This might be the first appearance of Meta Knight's bat wings. In the SNES version, I mean. Obviously, Superstar Ultra had this too, but essentially you just want to use Wheelie Rider to get as fast as you can away from everything. You have to have pretty quick reaction times to be able to jump over everything, which unfortunately I don't have. But this isn't super hard. You should escape with like 15 seconds.